All right, guys, we're going to do day 1 of lesson 26. So go ahead and get to page for day 1 of lesson 26. Turn to that page. All right. Now, this week we are working on closed syllables. That's where we have a vowel followed by one or more consonants. The vowel sound is short, so that means it does not say its name. Okay. Now, what are my vowels in this? I and A. So we're going to underline I and A. All right, now we have to draw lines between the syllables. Everyone say Simp-brant. All right, clap it. Simp-brant. All right, so we're going to draw a line between simp and brant. Now, guys, this is a nonsense word, meaning it's not a real word. Okay, but we drew a line between simp and brant. Now we're going to look at the word simp. S-imp. Is that closed or is that other syllables? That is going to be closed. Great job. Now let's look at brant. Br-ant. Brant. That needs to go where? Enclosed. Great job. All right. Let's look at the next word. Everyone say vaginal. Okay. Clap it. Vaginal. All right. Let's look at that first syllable. Badge. B-adge. That needs to go where? Closed. Great job. What about null? N-ol. That's going to go in other because that's that long vowel, silent E. Great job. All right. Look at the next one. Everyone say plinto. Clap it. Plinto. All right. We're looking at plin, pl-in. Where does that need to go? It needs to go in the closed category. What about toe? T-o. That needs to go in other because that's going to be what kind of syllable? Open. Great job. All right. Let's take a look at the next. Everyone say vush-fem. Clap it. Vush-fem. All right. We're looking at vush. V-ush. Where does that need to go? Enclosed. Great job. What about fem? F-im. That also needs to go enclosed. Great job. All right, let's go to the next one. Everyone say show chin. Clap it. Show chin. All right, we're looking at show. Sh-o. Where does that need to go? It needs to go in other syllables because that is open. Let's look at the next syllable. Ch-in. Chin. That needs to go in the closed category. Great job. All right, and our last one, everyone say kif-pern. Clap it. Kif-pern. All right. Now let's look at the first syllable. K-if. Kif. All right. That is going to go in closed. What about pern? P-earn. Pern. That's going to go in other because that is what? Vowel R. Great job. All right, you can pause the video right here to make sure everybody has this copied down and play when you're ready to go to the next one. All right, let's take a look right here. We have fac, fact, feck, fic, flex, felect, flect, flex, spec, spect. Now, let's take a look. I see a word. Let's see. Fac, fact, feck, fic. I see the word disinfect. So we're going to put that right there. Disinfect. All right. You're going to write that in. Disinfect. Let's see. Flect or flex. I see flexible. We're going to put that one in. Flexible. All right. I see another word. Let's see. Reflect. We can put that right there. Now I'm looking for words that have spec or spect in them. I see respectable. And I see prospect. All right, go ahead and get those filled in. And the word I'm going to choose for today is going to be fiction. That's going to be our word for today. And since I don't know what this word means, I'm going to look in my dictionary really quickly for the definition of fiction. So fiction means, oh my goodness, I don't know why it does that. Oh my goodness. There we go. Oh my goodness. All right, you can replay to get all of the words up at the top back. I don't know what happens. Sometimes this thing has a mind of its own. So we're going to put fiction right here. And the definition of fiction is, sorry guys, I don't know what it's doing. So we've got fiction. And the definition of that is something that is made up or untrue. Okay, and we see this word fiction a lot in our writing and when we read, because we know that we have fiction and nonfiction. We know that fiction means that it is a made-up story and nonfiction means that it's not a made-up story. So I want you to come up with a sentence really quickly by yourself that has the word fiction in it. Okay? Now, let's look at the next one. Everyone say unexpected. Okay? Clap it. Unexpected. How many syllables do we have? Hold up your fingers. You should have 4 fingers held up because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 syllables in unexpected. Okay? Now, let's take a look at the next one. Everyone say concept. Clap it. Concept. We have how many syllables? 2. All right. Everyone say fantastic. Clap it. Fantastic. How many syllables do we have? How many syllables do we have? 3 syllables. Great job. All right. Everyone say inconsistent. Clap it. Inconsistent. We have 4 syllables. Okay. Look at the next one. Everyone say commitment. Clap it. Commitment. All right. We have 3 syllables in commitment. And in the last one, everyone say suggest. Clap it. Suggest. We have 2 syllables in that one. Okay. You can pause this. And this is all of our phonics for today. You can shut the journals and get them put away. Thank you.